guys, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, hi, welcome. My name is Catalina. I am the owner of Krafts Made by Cat, a small business that sells cute handmade goods, and this is my first video of 2025. I know I haven't posted a video on YouTube here in a hot minute, and I did want to get into posting once a week for you guys. I was doing tons of markets, and then life got crazy, and I stopped recording and editing, and then I decided that I am just going to start fresh in the new year. So this video is kind of a catch you guys up and tell you guys about plans for the new year video before we get into studio vlogs from now on. So I am currently recording this on Wednesday the 8th, which is a little later than I wanted to record it, but that's okay. I'm getting it done anyway. So to sum up last year, I was doing tons of markets. One of them I did really well with $830 at that market, and then I did quite a few more little markets where I made about $200 per market, and I was also getting some orders through Facebook Marketplace, and Christmas orders were coming through as well. So that was pretty much the end of last year. I wanted to reset for this coming year. I wish my room was more organized, but I had to move some stuff around. My dad did buy me a Cricut AutoPress for Christmas, which is the biggest heat press that they have that like opens on its own when it's done. It was on crazy sale, so he went ahead and got it for me. And this is with the idea in mind that I want to go into apparel this year, which I know I talked about in previous videos from last year. But I do want to make more apparel, shirts, sweaters, hoodies, stuff of that kind. I think that would be fun. I also would like to get back into sublimation and coasters and pouches and stuff like that. But one thing at a time. Crocheting will probably still be my go-to selling item, but I definitely want to dive into other things as well and have different types of products on my website. Another thing is that I did get a 2025 planner from another small business. I can't say her name correctly, but I will write it down here for you guys. She draws like floral illustrations, and she turns them into tons of different products, including she did a year planner, which I know the most common planner is a school planner, so it goes from like July to June of the next year and it's cut in half, but I don't like that it's split down the middle in the new year. I like yearly planners that start at January and end in December, and she did have both, but she did have 2025 planners, and she just had a warehouse sale going on, so a lot of her stuff was on sale, including this planner. And by the time I went to go purchase one, there were only a few designs left, so out of them I did like this one the most, as it is kind of sunset color schemed. So I did start planning it, and I was like color coding it with highlighters and pens. So I definitely have some things going on that I like to keep in here. I do need to, while I'm in it, I am writing down one thing which I will get into in a minute later on in this video. But there are some new things I wanted to do, so I am going to reset my website and redesign it a little bit, which I wanted to already have done, but I haven't done it yet. So right now my website is still technically shut down. I am taking orders. It just still has the same cover image, so I do want to do that, but I do need to take a photo of like a long white photo of a whole bunch of my plushies that I want to put together. Because I don't want to have to like edit each one from product photos and put it together like that. So I do want to do that. I also want to do that for my YouTube thumbnail, which I am hoping to update soon, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. And I am also looking into making some new products. Tons of new items, crocheted wise and otherwise, are going to be coming this year. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, as those are my main two social media. I do post more on Instagram because I can post Instagram stories. So you will get the most information out of Instagram, and then you'll get bulk information on YouTube, and TikTok you'll mainly just get videos. So make sure you follow me across my social media platforms to stay up to date on my business and new things that are happening. I am also working on a temperature blanket, which if you guys have been around for a little while, you would know that I did start making one last year. Alrighty, so this is the blanket that I was working on last year. I can't, the start was yellow, I know that. So this is how it stays, like this. There we go. So this was my temperature blanket. I'm pretty sure I made it through all of January and February, and I'm pretty sure I stopped there. I could actually count the rows. Let me see if I can do that. Yes, so this was all of January and February, and as you can see, there was quite a big gap of yellow here. So I did stick with it for about 2 months, and I just really wasn't feeling the blanket because of the colors I had chosen. At this time, I had chosen to use colors from Walmart, and they were just very bright colors. As you can see, bright orange, bright green, bright yellow. So I really wasn't feeling it. It was kind of giving Jamaican type vibes, and I just wasn't feeling it based on the other temperature blankets that I had seen. And on top of that, I know you can't really tell in the video, but I can hold it on both ends without pulling my arms all the way. So this wasn't even long enough for an actual blanket anyway, at least not for me, which would have been me using it. I didn't make it long enough, so I kind of quit after 2 months. But this year I am starting again, so there's only 7 rows on this because of when I'm recording this, but I will be adding row number 8 in just a couple of hours. I do have more working with acrylic yarn and blanket type patterns, so I am chaining one, turning, and going the other way, unlike with this blanket where I just cut off every single day, and no matter if it was the same color or not, and then started on the same side and went down like this instead of going like this. So that is another thing. On this one I am going chain one and turning, so I'm going like this. I just have more practice with crocheting, so I definitely think that this is going to be better. On top of that, I am using this pattern from Michaels. So Michaels has patterns for free for their crochet and knitting section. They also have ones you can buy, but they have like these papers that you can get for free, and they are also in their app. If you just hit the shop tab, and you can click on projects, and then you can search projects. So I do also have it on my phone, but it is made with Walmart's brand yarn. I know it says Krafts here, but now it's their loops and threads yarn. So they actually have a chart from 19 degrees to 90. They have colors for, so like 19 and below is purple, and then they have 20 to 29, 30 to 39, so on and so forth, all the way up to 80 to 89, and then they have a bright red for 90 and above. For my blanket, I am choosing to do the high temps in my area. Some people do the high and the low, so they do 2 rows a day. Some people do the average temperature each day. I'm choosing to do the high temp each day. But I did buy these colors that this pattern calls for, so I know. Obviously, they did it differently in this picture because you can see all the little like spots that they stopped, that they did. I'm not exactly sure how that happened 100%, but those are the colors that they use, so those are the colors that I am using as well. So I know it's definitely going to look better because it's going to look more like this, I'm hoping, except Florida's a hot mess, so most of it will be red. So I did straight get the colors that they called for. So I do have the bag here. I'm keeping them all in this bag. I did not get the colors for 30 to 39, 20 to 29, or 19 and below, because the chances of those being the high temp in my area in Florida ever are slim to none. So I wasn't going to get 40 to 49 either, but my dad had told me that that temp was going to happen soon. And it actually happened yesterday. So when he told me that, I did pick up the Arctic color, which is like this bluish color here. So I did pick up that color, but other than that, I wasn't gonna buy them. And then the next color is 50 to 59, which is the sage color, which I had already owned, so I didn't have to buy that either. So I just bought 4, which was bright red, ginger, orange, and butter. So this is butter. Yellow for the 70s, which this one will definitely be used quite a bit. Then I have orange, which is for, oh, wait a minute. Sorry, butter, the yellow, is for the 60s. Orange is for the 70s. This one will be used a lot. 80s is ginger, which will also be used a lot. And 90 and above is bright red, which will also be used a lot. I did only buy 1 skein of each just because I don't want to have to buy multiples now, especially when I really don't know what the temps are going to be like. So as I'm running low of a color, which I know I'm going to have to buy more skeins of at least the red and the ginger, but probably the orange and the yellow as well. So I did just buy 1 of each. I wanted to buy bigger skeins, but for whatever reason, their colors in big are not common at all. So I'll just buy more skeins as I go, as I need them, and it'll save space, and I won't have like 12 skeins of red that I just bought. Unless there's a super great sale or a coupon, or, you know, I have a whole bunch of vouchers and I can stack it up and make it really cheap if I buy a whole bunch, then maybe I will. But most likely I'll just stick to the 1. So as you can see here, it started off in the 60s for 3 days. And then it was the 50s, and then back to the 60s, and then the 70s, and then the 40s. And I'm pretty sure today we're in the 50s. Based on what time it is, we're at the highest point. It's about 4 p.m. right now. So I will wait until about 5 to check what the high temp is. But I'm pretty sure it is going to be this green color that you see there, this sage color on top next. So I am going to try to stick with it this year. Like I said, I only got 2 months in, which is actually more than I thought. This is bigger than I thought it was, long-wise. But I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This is kind of a cool thing that I could, like, hang off the back of my chair. I just have to weave in the ends. It could also be like a blanket for your feet, or I could turn it into a pillow. I don't know. I don't want it just laying around, even though it has been for like 10 months now. So I don't know, but I am hoping to stick to the temperature blanket this year. So hopefully every week I can keep you guys updated. I don't know how often I'll remember, but I will definitely keep it more updated on Instagram. So like I said, be sure to follow me there, and you will have more updated videos. I did forget to mention with the planner design, I did also buy iPad and MacBook covers. So let me grab them. These were buy one get one free, and this is my all-time favorite pattern of hers. It's called Terracotta, and it's like this brown orangish background with these white floral prints. It's my absolute favorite pattern. I would have got my planner in that color, but it was out of stock when I went to go buy it. I did get these for my iPad, and this one is for my computer. I did also get a set for my sister. We ended up having the same sizes because we have different MacBooks and iPads, but they still fit the same. So I did get her a set that was one of her Christmas presents. Really great buy. Got got the iPad sleeves for free, so that was really awesome. Also, this year I am hoping to get more into reading books. I am hoping to keep you guys updated on that as well. I do want to make some bookish themed items that obviously aren't crocheted items, but bookmarks that are themed off of books or something along that line. That would be cool for this year. I am currently reading the Bridgerton series because I have watched the show on Netflix, and I did go to the library and I am looking for a whole bunch of other series. I did just pick up 2 other books I am working on reading. So the first one is The Summer I Turned Pretty. I have seen the first 2 seasons of the show, and I am just waiting for season 3 to come out this summer, and I will be watching that immediately. But I have not read the books, and there are a lot of shows that I have watched that are based off of books, and I'm a visual person, so I actually prefer watching the show or the movie first, and then I'll go and read the book. And it kind of helps give me a visual of the characters and what scene they're talking about, and whatever scenes aren't in the movie or show, I can visualize with the actors that they used. So they didn't have the second book, but they had the first and the third book. So I just grabbed the first one, and I have like 7 books on hold with the library right now, so I'm just waiting for those. And then I did also get Daydream by Hannah Grace, and then I look it up and come to find out that this is book 3 in the Maple Hills novel series. So I did put Icebreaker on hold because I did know that that is a well-loved book that a lot of people read. I just didn't know that it was actually a series. And I did look it up. You don't have to read them in order, but they do follow each other. So even though I have the third one, I am not going to read this until I get the first one. This first book is Icebreaker is I'm like 4th in line, so I'm just gonna end up returning this book whenever I go to return this one or to pick up new books. I'll return this one because it's gonna be a while until I can touch this anyway. And like I said, I do have the second book of this on hold, along with a lot of other books. So as I pick those up, I will definitely keep you guys up to date with me reading those. I did read the first Bridgerton book, The Duke and I, and I am, I think, about a quarter of the way through The Viscount Who Loved Me. And I do have books 3 and 4 already. I would have to get the other half of the main Bridgerton series at the library. But I'm super excited for that, so I will hopefully keep you guys up to date on my book reading part. I am trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to update you guys with in this video. One last thing, I did get AirPod Maxes for Christmas as well from my dad, and I did make this little leaf hanging thing for my headphones for when I wear them. I'll just take this off and show you guys. So I just put them on like this, and I have turn noise canceling off, and I have this little leaf. Obviously it doesn't actually sit like this, that would be cool, but I do have this leaf that is on top of the headphones, which I think is really cool. On top of that, I do have the mint ones, which matches with the green leaf even better. So I'm thinking about selling these. Who did that? Oh, hello. It was just my dog. Hello, Ty. How you doing? So I am hoping to maybe add those to my website just to put them on there, because I think that would be cool. Lots of new things coming, so be sure to subscribe and follow along, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!